My name is Angie Amador, and I would just like to say good evening to all of the students, the family, our guests, and my fellow educators. I want to welcome everyone to the third Ánimo Voices celebration. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to celebrate our wonderfully talented student authors and artists. At a time when collectively we need to examine how we can do better and be better for our Black community, we take this moment to pause and listen to our young people. As your host, my goal is not to speak much at all. Really, why I'm here is to guide you through the night's festivities and amplify our students' voices. For our guests this evening, I'm not going to read the chat for a little bit, so pause. I have 3 requests. 3 requests are very simple, but if you could just please be patient with us. This is our first time doing something like this, and I know that sometimes the phone connection or Wi-Fi can cause the connection to be laggy, so just be patient, stick with us as we work through some technical difficulties that may occur. 2, I see so much love. I see all the hearts just popping up and all of the chats going on. Just keep it really hopeful and positive down there. Keep on pushing the little hearts. Go ahead and do the clapping emojis. Shout out your school's names. Shout out your students' names. Please do that. And my last request, and the most important, is to just please listen to what our students are saying. Their voices have always been valuable, always been important, and that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to celebrate those voices. So wonderfully talented, and we're so excited to have you here. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our ELD coordinator, Ms. Ceci Howard, to welcome our Spanish-speaking families. So, Ms. Howard, please join us on screen. Hi, Ceci.
Hi, everyone. Buenas tardes, estudiantes, familiares, invitados y maestros. Quiero darles la bienvenida a todos a la tercera celebración de Ánimo Voices. Gracias por venir y celebrar los talentos maravillosos de nuestros autores y artistas estudiantiles. En este momento en que colectivamente necesitamos examinar cómo podemos ser mejor y hacer mejor para nuestras comunidades, aprovechamos este momento para escuchar a nuestros jóvenes. Como su anfitriona, mi propósito no es hablar mucho, sino que estoy aquí para guiarlos esta noche y amplificar las voces de nuestros estudiantes. Ahora, les voy a pedir 3 favores. Número 1, tenga paciencia con nosotros. Esta es la primera vez que organizamos un evento usando Instagram Live. Y sé que a veces existen conexiones inestables que pueden causar retrasos de audio y retrasos visuales. Por favor, quédense con nosotros. Número 2, solo comparta amor y alegría en el chat. Una forma de mostrar apoyo es tocar el botón del corazón en la pantalla. Número 3, el más importante, escuche a nuestros estudiantes. Sus palabras y su arte nos están llamando a tomar acción. Muchas gracias. Angie?
Thank you, Ceci, so much. I'm going to go ahead and before we begin listening to our students, I want to introduce our wonderful Director of Literacy and ELD Programs, Leona Matthews. Give me one moment. Ooh, there are a lot of people in here, and it is crazy trying to find Leona, but here she is coming on. Hey, Leona.
Good evening, everyone. Hello. The Green Dot Literacy team and I are so happy to be with you all this evening as we close out this school year with an event that culminates a competition that actually began long before, We were all quarantined in our homes. The goal of the Ánimo Voices competition is to provide students with an opportunity to demonstrate their unique writing and artistic talents, and to recognize them with exciting prizes, publication, and this community celebration. This year's Ánimo Voices writing prompt was Writing Wrongs, and it invited students to reflect on a time when they, someone they know, or someone that they've recently learned about helped right a wrong in this world. Every Green Dot school had the opportunity to invite their top 2 students, the top 2 entries, and each of those students won a prize. Then we convened a panel of judges, and we selected across all 20 of our schools the top 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place prizes for both high school and middle school, and for both the writing and the art competitions. School site winners won a Kindle Fire, and the finalists won scholarships, iPads, and art supplies, depending on their place in the competition. Students, those prizes are on their way to you if they haven't already been delivered. One of the things that we're really excited about this year is that we were able to put together a book compilation. So this book is being sent to all students and their teachers, their administrators, the donors, and our judges as a way to celebrate and memorialize your wonderful work as writers and artists. And if you haven't yet, as Angie said, check out the pinned Green Dot Schools blog. Everyone who's joining us, we really recommend that you take a look at our students' writing in their full, the writing and the artwork. Our students' writing and artwork reflects the challenges that they faced long before this pandemic, and the newest heartbreaking reminders that America has so much work ahead to create the conditions for a more just society. Our students show us that they are looking for and learning from strong models of success and of justice, and they reflect the power and beauty of a multilingual and diverse society. And they give us hope that our youth are standing up, speaking out, and taking action to address the many wrongs in our world. I'll pass it back over to you, Angie.
Thank you so much, Leona. I'm going to have Ceci again join us and say a few words. Hi, Ceci.
La directora Leona está muy feliz de estar con nosotros para celebrar. La meta de la competencia de Ánimo Voices es para reconocer los talentos escritores y artísticos con gran premios, publicaciones y celebración comunitaria. El tema de la competencia es Writing Wrongs, corrigiendo errores, y invitamos a nuestros estudiantes que pensaran de un tiempo en que ellos, alguien que conocen o a alguien de quien aprendieron, ayudaron a rectificar algo incorrecto en el mundo. Las escrituras y el arte de los ganadores están exhibidos en un libro que ya fue enviado por correo y en el Green Dot blog. Los premios, que dependiendo en el lugar del ganador, puede ser materiales de arte, un Kindle Fire, un iPad o una beca, también han sido enviados por correo. Ahora vamos a escuchar las voces del futuro.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ceci. Thank you so much, Leona. So let's get this show started. I'm really excited to introduce our first student presenter. Before we do that, I want to go ahead and start our first round of school site finalist shoutouts. So here's our first round of middle school site finalists. From Ánimo Compton, we have Kalaya Coleman and Kyla Dooley. Ánimo Ellen Ochoa, site finalist Guadalupe Camacho and Valeria Rodriguez. Ánimo Legacy, Fatima Aranda and Erin White. And Ánimo Florence Firestone, Amy Mendez, and Sarai Magdaleno. Go ahead and make sure you visit the pinned comment to see their work in full. I'm going to go ahead and just present to you the next round of middle school site finalists. We have Ánimo James B. Taylor, Delcy Velasquez. From Ánimo Jefferson, Yareli Baez and Samantha Rodriguez. Ánimo Mae Jemison, we have Daniela Chajon and Jade Rodriguez. And from Ánimo Westside, Kylie Castillo and Yoselin Amarillas. So actually, we're going to switch it up just because we do have Venice representing with Mr. Zapata in the room as well. So I'm going to go ahead and invite those three people, first a teacher and then our two students, to share a few words. So let's go ahead and have Mrs. Tang introduce the Venice school site finalists.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So I am so honored to present on behalf of Ánimo Venice, Alex and Jazmyne. To keep it short, I don't know how to keep it short because both of them bring so much to our campus. Just a glimpse into Alex. He's often the first person on our campus every morning, and he just shares his voice in so many ways. And it's just been a pleasure to engage in discussions with him and watch him engage others. He watches me struggle. My daughter's in kindergarten and I'll be scrambling to get her work done, and he just steps in, and then all of a sudden we're debating Common Core and he's engaging students who just are there to get their work done. And he just has this voice on campus that I'm so happy we have him for 2 more years, that he's just a 10th grader. And then Jazmyne, it's her birthday today, and so happy birthday, Jazmyne. And she is just, an amazing person on our campus. She is the president of our Black Student Union, and she has sparked so many conversations with staff, with students that have been challenging and uncomfortable, but are bringing so much change to our campus already. And I am so proud of her and what she has done for our campus and what she is going to do for the future of our school.
Awesome. So Mrs. Tang, I'm going to go ahead and close you out so that we can welcome Alexander Flores.
Yes, yay.
All right, Alexander Flores, I requested you. Please come and share an excerpt from your piece.
Hello there.
Hi, the floor is yours, Alexander.
Thank you. For those of you who don't know, my name's Alexander Flores. I'm the Ánimo Venice school site winner, and I'm here to present an excerpt of my piece. It's called Living in Fear. You see, these people don't sympathize with what our families had to do, the things they had to endure just to secure a better life for their children. All they see is what their president wants them to see. Drug dealers, rapists, criminals, stereotyping the many by the actions of the few. It's most definitely safe to say that it's an injustice. It's safe for me to say that there are people in this world who don't care who we are. They ostracize us, criticize us, just because they don't understand. Maybe because they just don't want to understand. Ignorance. They're ignorant. That for one is sure. They don't care that my people are dying back home. These people, the Latino people, my people. Some of us don't have the best lives. Some people come to the US because it's too dangerous for them to stay in the country that they were raised in. Do you truly know what it feels like to have to leave the country you love, to say goodbye to everything you know and love, because it's the dangers that face you or your family?
Alexander, thank you so much. we're going to remind everybody for the rest of Alexander's poem, just go ahead and visit the pin below. Alexander, enjoy your summer, and I hope you keep writing, please.
Thank you very much. Have a lovely rest of your day. And congratulations to all the other winners.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now our other school site finalist from Venice, I'm going to go ahead and call Jazmyne. Jazmyne, please accept my request and read an excerpt from your piece.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, thank you, Jazmyne. You're the other school site finalist. Please go ahead and share an excerpt.
Okay. As a world, we've been facing the same prejudice for centuries. So why are we still fighting the same fight? Many of the people we're fighting against have obtained power by forcibly putting those without a voice beneath them. Although we've been fighting these same people since the beginning of time, it doesn't mean we have to continue to. Schools can begin to have more diverse curriculums that show people of color in a positive way. This will help those in school understand and appreciate other cultures. It'll help us recognize that we've all been fighting the same fight and we're very similar. Even though huge changes can't always be made, things can be done as an individual. As an individual, self-education is always an option. Reading books on other cultures, being receptive to other ideas that can conflict with your personal ideas. We can be the generation that changes that cycle. To be the generation who changes the cycle, we can raise our kids to be receptive to different and new ideas. Teach them that humans are the same regardless of any sexual, physical, or cultural difference. That our differences are the most beautiful part of humanity. Teach them that speaking up is the right thing to do and how to speak respectfully. That education is key because it can't be taken away from you. This will help them change the world and raise their kids to help stop this cycle.
Jazmyne, thank you so much. I know that was a public service announcement. Again, keep writing, please. We need to hear you. And we hear you loud and clear, everybody in this room. All right, this is going to be recorded, shared for everybody. They're going to hear Alexander's poem. They're going to hear your words. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. And thank you to everyone for the birthday wishes.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thank you so much to our Venice site finalists. Thank you to guiding teacher, Mrs. Tang, for joining us. So I'm going to go ahead and start our next round of shout outs. So here's the first half of high school site finalists. So from our high school site finalists, we have from Ánimo College Prep Academy, Sophia Maya Ramirez and Priscilla Valle. From Ánimo Inglewood, Keely Escobar and Austin Nieto. From Ánimo Jackie Robinson, Eulalio Luna and Giselle Rubin. From Ánimo Leadership, Samantha Calderon and Alondra Santos. And from Ánimo Locke, Victoria Thompson and Maria Jaramillo. But let's go ahead and move on to the next round of shout outs to the remaining school site finalists. We have from Oscar de la Hoya, Nathan Aaron Ortiz and Samantha Sofia Rendon Servion. From Ánimo Ralph Bunch, we have Anthony Ayala and Jeffrey Valiente. From Ánimo South LA, Malena Rosa and Yesenia Zamora. From Ánimo Venice, who we already heard from, Alexander Flores and Jasmine Williams. And from Ánimo Watts, David Esparza and Ivan Franco. I'm gonna bring it back. I saw a poet, Malena Rosa. Just because I have some background, I know that the ASLA Creative Writing Club just published their first compilation. I see Mr. Stevenson down there. If you want a copy, hit him up. But I know that this student specifically was one that spearheaded this publication to be actually made. So Malena, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you. This is, Malena is one of our school site finalists. So we have our art honorable mentions that I wasn't able to shout out, but our two other honorable mentions, we have Jocelyn Munguia from Ánimo Locke and Roberto Solis from Ánimo College Prep Academy. Again, our schools all over the place are representing. It's so awesome to see the beautiful art, as you can see on the slideshow, and their writing just expressed so much. So we have somebody joining the live, and here we go. Hi, Mr. Stevenson. How are you doing?
Hey, Ms. Amador, you're doing an amazing job over there. This is groundbreaking work. Thank you. I just wanted to pop on while Malena is logging out, going to log back on and hopefully request to go live. I just wanted to speak on how amazing Malena and Yesenia both are. Two just absolutely incredible members of our Creative Writing Club, and just two young people who just poetry and language just oozes out of them. They are the power of their language, the creativity and the originality of their voice is incredible. And to see both of them as 9th and 10th graders taking on leadership roles has been so inspiring to watch. So they're brave young individuals, brave young creative artists. And I'm so excited for everyone to read their work and hear their voices tonight. So I hope that we're able to hear from them. If they're not able to join, I'm happy to rejoin and read. I'm sure Miss Burnette could as well. But I'm so excited to just honor them. And I am so grateful to have been Malena's teacher this year. And I have 150 reasons to be excited about next year, but I can't wait for Yesenia to be in my class as well. So huge thank you to you and to the Lit team for making this possible tonight and still finding a way to do this in spite of everything that's happened. So I hope we get to hear from Malena next, and high five and thank you to everybody for being here.
Thank you, Mr. Stevenson. I appreciate you coming on. I'm going to go ahead and try and see if she's here now. So I'm going to push the exit button. Thank you again, Dustin. Shout out. ASLA forever.
Panthers for life.
All right. Malena's here. Oh, okay. Malena. It's about the kids, guys. I really don't want to be on this screen anymore. Yes.
Hello.
Malena, I'm such a fan. Malena has an Instagram poetry account. I don't know if that's I don't know if it's public.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop talking. It's about you. No. Go ahead.
Okay, so here's my poem. It's called What Is Wrong With Us? Okay. I decided to write this for you, since you may never write the book you always wanted. Maybe one of us should write something good. I remember when I was little, I told you I was scared of mirrors, because my classmate told me they were portals to hell. And you bought me little porcelain angels to go in all of my mirrors. You let me wear pink wigs, not shower for days if that's what I wanted. And when I fell asleep in the car, you carried me to my room, even when you knew I was faking it. I probably never said thank you for the treehouse. Sorry I clogged the sink pouring coffee that was actually dirt and water. I'm sorry I jumped off the second story when I was 3, but I guess that's what you can expect when you have kids. You came with me to my first concert, with my cousin you don't like, and when the band played my favorite song, he carried me on his shoulders, a lot like when you carried me on your shoulders at carnivals to catch more of those plastic necklaces. I may not seem as sad as I really am, and you may not be as happy as I think you are. I don't know when it started. I only know when it gets worse, because I can sense it now. It became kind of my superpower. We just picture each other, the ideal daughter and the ideal father. It is impossible for two ungrateful people to appreciate each other. It is impossible to love an asshole, and that goes for both of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Malena. So again, that's an excerpt, probably halfway through that poem. The rest of it is available in our compilation. Malena, again, I can't thank you enough for being patient with me and with us, and thank you for joining the live.
Thank you.
Oh, Malena, before you go, Is your poetry account public, or is that something that you
It's
are not
public.
sure? Ooh,
It's,
go ahead. Yeah, you could plug it.
okay. Yeah.
Put it in the chat or say it right now.
It's called Whatever Malena Does, all together. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Malena.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right. So it's so awesome to have so many talented people, talented young people, just spending their time with us, letting us listen. I think it's so important at a time like this that the adults just listen. I'm going to go ahead and start to wind down the night with our big winners, right? Our third, second, and first place winners. So first off, we have from Ánimo Locke. I'm gonna go ahead and just show this to everybody. This is Dorian Grayson's artwork entitled Robbed and Recreated. It's acrylic on longboard. He is our third place art winner. Our third place middle school winner is Delcy Velasquez from Ánimo James B. Taylor. And our third place high school writing competition winner is David Esparza from Ánimo Watts. I'm going to go ahead and introduce our second place winners just because we don't have our third place winners able to present at the moment. So we do have our second place winners from Ánimo Locke, Maria Jaramillo. That's our second place high school writing winner. For middle school, second place writing competition winner, Fatima Aranda from Ánimo Legacy. And from Ánimo Watts, the art winner, I'm going to go ahead and just show that all to you. This is the piece from Kimberly Mejia Vasquez entitled My Anchor. Again, I encourage all of our guests to make sure you go to the blog because also on the blog, the artist statements are included, how these artists chose to express themselves, what medium, their inspiration, etc. It's all available there. Hi again, Leona.
Hi again. I just want to take this opportunity to thank our Green Dot ambassadors, Dan and Amanda Keston, and Rob and Jane Ettinger, whose donations and vision really helped make this whole competition and all of the prizes possible. And we're very grateful to them for this year and previous years of making Ánimo Voices a reality at Green Dot. I'd also really like to thank all of the English teachers who are here supporting their students and here cheering them on live right now. And a special thanks goes out to the parents and guardians who have brought these wonderful voices into being and supported them along the way. Now it's with great pleasure that I get to announce the college scholarships that our students have received. $500 college scholarship is awarded to our third place winners. Congratulations, David Esparza and Daisy Velasquez. A $1,500 college scholarship is awarded to our second place winners, Fatima Aranda and Maria Jaramillo. And a $2,500 college scholarship is awarded to our first place winners, Yesenia Zamora and Amy Manzo Mendez. And so we get to end the night, I think, with our last three presenters who are all our first place winners. Congratulations again, all of you.
Thank you, Leona. Thank you to our wonderful, let me pause real quick. Again, thank you to our ambassadors for making this event possible. It's been such a pleasure being able to do this competition, to allow our students to express themselves in such a moving and powerful way. Awesome. I see that Miss Vita is ready to share our second place winner. Actually, she has two pieces to share. So before I get her on live, Miss Vita is going to present the school site finalist, I believe Victoria Thompson, her excerpt, and then she's going to present a poem from our second overall high school winner. So here you go, Miss Vita. Thank you for joining us. I'm requesting you now. Let's work, please. Look at this, Miss Vita.
Hi, you guys. Sorry, I was driving and I was having my partner hold the phone so I could hear the competition, but I pulled over so I could read some pieces in honor of my students. So, hi Angie, I haven't seen you in so long.
Okay, we'll catch up later.
Coincidentally, I'm wearing my Locke shirt. Okay, so I will read. Oh, I'm looking at the finalist.
Yeah, Victoria.
I will read. Oh, hold on, give me a second. How do I go back to the page? Thank you. Site rules.
So again, while she's figuring out, again, Victoria Thompson is the school site finalist from Locke, and then one of our actual winners, second place winner, Maria Jaramillo, is also from Locke, and Ms. Vita was their guiding teacher.
I was. Okay, so I'll read Maria's first because that's the one that popped up, and then where would I be able to? Oh, I can look at the publication, right? Has everything on there?
Yeah.
And I can access it publicly. Okay. Sorry.
It's fine.
I'm so glad I have a chance. Okay. So,
yeah, we want to hear Locke kids.
I know my scholars are probably sleeping or relaxing after all of the assignments that I've constantly given them. So, I'm really grateful to be able to read on their behalf.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I see. I'm so sorry for the delay.
No. Have you seen this? Have you seen me? I'm a mess. It's fine.
It's okay. I'm shy too. So when you requested me, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to get it together.
We got it.
Oh, actually, this will help me. Do you happen to know which page Victoria's is on in the publication? Oh, I found it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first piece I'm reading, I'm so excited, is by Victoria Thompson, 11th grade student at Locke High School, Leroy Locke High School. And I'm going to just read the first paragraph of her piece. And so it was titled, Using Rhetoric to Transformatively Resist Oppression. Dear Institutional Oppression. You guys hear me okay? Angie? Can you hear me okay? Okay, great. Dear Institutional Oppression, Kim Kardashian, Nicki Minaj, and Cardi B are shaping the way we see ourselves with their cell phones. Have you ever thought to yourself, is my body beautiful? This is institutional oppression, which is defined as creating the ideology of a group being better than others using education, laws, or media. This type of oppression is effective to the people because it can cause low self-esteem, and the most popular and important one, depression. Using blogs, articles, and Instagram posts, I'll examine how the media has negatively impacted body images in groups 14 in the age group 14 to 35. I'm breaking up with this oppression because it is very toxic. It's a very toxic ideal that shouldn't be viewed or even taught to people that they aren't perfect because of their body parts. I just wanted to read the last line. She says, if my audience ignores my claim, then I'll just become worse, like other just become worse. And she's talking to the type of oppression and feelings. Like, otherwise, our society as a whole will take the idea that looking differently from others online isn't the way to live. You should make and you shouldn't make yourself fit in. At the end of the day, everyone across the globe is beautiful and shouldn't be tricked into the stupidity of not being perfect like others, which the internet thinks is best. And Victoria Thompson, and that's the oppression that she's breaking up with. That was one of our assignments, to write a breakup letter with oppression, and that is what she had chosen to speak about.
Thank you.
Hopefully, and then for Maria's piece.
Yeah, Maria's piece. If you're on the publication, it would be towards the top.
Okay. Would it be grouped in even if, does it matter about the grade level?
Yeah, it's
Are they organized by grade in the publication?
Sure, it's it goes, let me open it up and then look at it with you, and then also just tell you the page number. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Maria's
This is what's
poem will be found on page 16.
Okay.
And while you're looking for that, I love hearing from our students. I think as a teacher, they taught me a lot about self-love, just listening to what they had to say, as they worked through those issues. So thank you for sharing Victoria's piece.
Of course. And thank you for honoring their voices. I'm so proud of my students. And like you just said, I learn from them every day. That's the best part about being a teacher.
Yes.
And so I'm going to read Maria Jaramillo's piece, and it's titled Your Language. The sounds of thick rolling R's and heavy tongues surfaced over the coveted wine racks. Rolling R's crashed onto the shore of her consciousness. The long string of acerbic words grated her ears with harsh dissonance. Her pallid-looking skin turned florid, and her eyes beamed toward the lady speaking in her native language. Go speak Spanish in your own country. Here, we only speak English. The word sliced through the air like a turbine. My feet were cemented to the floor, incapable of movement. The thick black curls bounced off the lady's shoulder as she looked down in shame for speaking her language. And then if you want to read the rest of the I've presented, the poem is again on the website and in the publication.
Ms. Vita, thank you so much for helping our students develop their voice. So important, our work, and I'm grateful to work alongside you.
Thank you so much, Angie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Leona, I see. Thank you, Ms. Ginn. See the shout outs. I appreciate you giving the space and being flexible.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for
thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and remove you.
Of course. Congrats, everyone. Great job. So proud of you. All the winners, all the finalists, all the honorable mention. Sorry. Thank you. Love you guys. So proud of you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So we have three more people to hear from. So we have Amy Manzo from Ánimo Florence Firestone, who is our first place middle school winner. Sasha Ramirez, who is our first place art competition winner. And Yesenia Z, who is our first place high school writing winner. Oh, we did it. Look at this. You did it.
Okay, hi, can you hear me?
All yours. Please introduce your wonderful artists.
Can you hear me, Angie? I have a delay. You can hear me. Okay, you give me a thumbs up. Guys, I've never been on Instagram Live, okay? I was born in 1983, but that's not an excuse. Okay, hi, everyone. Hey, Angie, start a podcast, okay? I would subscribe, all right? Everyone in the chat, let us know that you would subscribe to Angie's podcast. Okay, thank you so much. Everyone, listening is love. Shout out to all the staff and teachers for being here. Shout out to all the student artists and writers. Let's go. Sharing your voice is so important, everyone. You are our hope, our light. You are the future of this country. Silence is violence, and self-expression will end the oppression. And that is exactly what Sasha Ramirez understands. It is with great honor that I present Sasha Ramirez. At Ánimo Jackie Robinson, Sasha is part of our Facing History group. She has coordinated school-wide lessons concerning the use of the N-word. She also participates in dialogue of her Black Latinx identity. Last week, she facilitated a school-wide dialogue about Black Lives Matter for the entire school. Thank you, Sasha. Having Sasha as an art student was a career highlight. As an artist, Sasha always expressed a powerful personal voice through her work. During both her sophomore and her senior year, Sasha used each project as an opportunity for self-exploration. She is so very focused and peaceful as she creates, demonstrating that art is but a chance for us to put meaning to a world that is so incredibly difficult to understand. She consistently reaches for truth. She's always willing to revise and refine, and her pieces are always excellent because they are reflections of her utter and total brilliance. I am so excited to see the art pieces that she will continue to create in the future. And without further ado, Sasha Ramirez, everyone.
Miss Kopera, thank you for that. I may kill this whole vibe by struggling to get her to join us, but let's just keep it going. I'm gonna exit out. I'm gonna exit out.
Sasha.
Everybody just chant Sasha's name in your own house, right?
Sasha,
Sasha.
Sasha.
Okay, Sasha, I saw you here. Please, I hope this works. Duh, it's Sasha. Not that I'm not, that's not me dissing you. That's your literal Instagram handle. Yes, it's good. Hi, Sasha.
Hi.
Sasha, speak on your piece. This is your artwork right here.
Okay, so I'll just say the part. Thank you. I'll say the part from my artist statement. So in my painting, I wanted to portray how I'm very different to others, especially in my classes. For my current audience, this would be the most engaging because it is personal. My school is about 99% Hispanic and about 1% African American. I'm in the middle, half Hispanic and half African American. Even though I have been raised as mostly Hispanic, I feel and look mostly African American. In my painting, I put a classroom as my background because in my AP and honors classes, I'm the only African American. I've never noticed and I always thought we were all equal, but I realized that we are not. As you get older, you start to realize racism still exists when police officers look at you like you don't belong or you might steal something. While walking into stores, I feel like Pat Morra's legal alien, exotic, perhaps inferior, and definitely different. I am two sides of a coin that are definitely not accepted. I have experienced this when being in a classroom where a teacher can speak Spanish and someone will look to me to see if I understand. I experienced this when a teacher teaches a lesson about the N-word and everyone, even the teacher, looks at me to see if I am bothered. Since I play a very large role at school, I was never one to notice that in all my clubs, it seems like no African American student is a director, president, or vice president of a club except me. By being the person in charge that looks like them, African American students now have a voice in all clubs, especially the ones that run school events. This is, in itself, is how I am righting wrongs. It now feels like that 1% of African American students has a voice because I chose to lead.
Sasha, you're a leader. You're a healer. You're so many things. And just thank you so much for joining us tonight and sharing your artist statement, for sharing your art. And I'm really excited to see what else you produce and what kind of energy you put into this world.
Thank you.
Sasha, if you have any like art Instagrams or websites, just feel free to put it in the chat for everybody to follow. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Sasha, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So Amy Manzo again, I see people are looking at Sasha's art. Again, go to the blog. You could read the artist statement for their own words about how they chose to express different themes, how they answered the prompt, righting wrongs. Let's see. I see that Amy Manzo is here. Mendez Beltran. I'm going to go ahead and try to add you so that you can share your piece. Here you go. Amy Manzo is our first place middle school winner. And yes, you guys, 2 for 2 so far. Amy, hi.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, middle school students just love you guys. So Amy, I'm gonna stop talking. Why don't you go ahead and share an excerpt of your piece before the audience? So Ánimo, Florence, Firestone represent.
Okay. In the end, it all worked out well. Cesar Chavez was first a little boy of 10 years old when he first started farm working. He saw the injustices and decided he wanted to make a difference. When he grew up, he did make a difference, with peaceful protests, speeches, and more. Even when there were obstacles in his life, he didn't let that stop him. The farm workers nowadays are treated better than they were before. Cesar opened people's eyes and was able to show them how harshly they treated us. They knew it was wrong, and now things are better. Sadly, Cesar has passed away already. He died in his sleep, such a peaceful death. The day was April 23, 1993. After all he had done for the farm worker, it was his time to go. The children all had sorrow on their faces. They seemed upset that he was already dead, but they continued to listen to what the old man had to say. Don't be upset, children, although Cesar Chavez is gone, he is still a hero. Las personas vienen y se van, pero solo un poco de esas personas dejan una historia notable. Cesar came, helped others get better treatment, gave people a voice, and showed people what was wrong and was able to make it right. Cesar was a true hero and will always be a hero because of what he did.
Amy, thank you so much. And you're an 8th grader, right?
Yeah, I graduated already.
Sorry, high school student, my bad. Enjoy your summer, but it's really beautiful to hear you have such command over both English and Spanish. Keep that up, right?
Thank you.
We'll see. What high school are you going to?
Ánimo, Pat Brown.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. All right, Amy, have a great summer. Keep writing, and thank you for joining us and for being patient.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, I see that Sasha just dropped her art account. Yes, sir. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and our first place writing winner for the high school category. I'm gonna have Miss Burnette introduce her. However, I don't know if I lost Miss Burnette in the transition to the new live room. Miss Burnette, if you're in here, can you request me? Because we have our last presenter, who is Yesenia. And I think, yeah, I just saw you. Here you go. Miss Burnette, I'm going to add you. Ooh, it's saying that, yeah, I'm trying to add you, but you know what? It's saying that you're unable. Here you go. I think we're working. The fingers. Yes. Hi, Miss Burnette.
Salvador. Hi. Man, I had my finger ready on that request button. Yeah, so I just wanted to hop on here and introduce Yesenia, who is, first of all, she's our first place winner. She's also a 9th grader, Miss Amador. It definitely has to be said that a 9th grade student wrote the poem that we're about to hear. She's really something else. When I first met her, she's definitely one of the quiet ones. I met her over summer bridge about a year ago now. And I was shocked when I read her writing for the first time because I didn't know who was in there. And boy, did I hear who was in there when I read this writing. She's really got a lot to say, and she says it in a very unique way. When she set out to write this piece, she actually had two ideas in mind. She had two very different ideas in mind, and we kind of spent some time talking through it. She ultimately ended up writing a story that I think, or writing a poem that highlights a story about particularly female poets, women of color, whose stories have not been elevated to the place where they should be elevated, right? We often hear about the same, 5 or 6 dead white guy poets over and over again. And there are these insanely talented poets whose names we've never heard. And Yesenia did an incredible job in both English and Spanish of highlighting that here in her poem. So I'm really excited to hear it. And Miss Amador, thank you so much for leading us through this tonight. It's been awesome.
Yeah, I mean, my job is easy when the art is so good. Like, shut up, me. Okay, I'm gonna remove you from the live stream and request Yesenia Zamora, our first place high school winner. So excuse me. So Yesenia, I'm gonna see if you're here. I see you, and I'm requesting you now. Yesenia, hi.
Hi.
I'm gonna tell you, I swooned so hard when I read your poem. I didn't realize an ASLA student wrote it, let alone a 9th grader. So go ahead. This is your time. Please share your poem with the audience.
Okay, first I want to say thank you to Ms. Burnette, my amazing English teacher. Okay, so my poem is called Antes de tú y yo. Julia de Burgos, ilústrame con tus poesías, enséñame la realidad del mundo en cual yo miro. Deja que mi alma se pierda en tus poemas para entender la realidad en la que yo vivo. Dime qué fue antes de tú y yo, llena de conocimiento a todos del paso colonial de Puerto Rico, llena de conocimiento a todos del maltrato de la mujer. Julia de Burgos, diles que estás con ellas con tus versos, exige cambio con tus talentos. La sociedad está en peligro y tú lo escribes libremente para hacerlos que miren. Años pasan, muchos todavía no entienden la raíz de tu ser. Julia de Burgos, reina de muchos, rompió cadenas haciendo de sus sueños, llenando de conocimiento a todos con sus versos. No fueron escuchados hasta que estuviera muerta. La leyenda murió y al fin se dieron cuenta que tus versos causarían guerras.
And that's just part 1. Not only should have command in Spanish, but keep on going.
Okay, now this is the English version. Before you let my soul get lost in your poems to truly understand the reality that I perceive. Tell me what it was like before me and you. Fill them with knowledge about Puerto Rico's colonial past. Fill them with knowledge about the abuse of women that for years would last, an abuse that would be cast aside and claimed untrue. Julia de Burgos, society is in danger and you know it. You let them know you're with them, and through poetry you show it. You demand change through your talent, writing freely. You make them understand why rampant years have passed, and many still don't understand it. Julia de Burgos, queen of many, broke chains, making her dreams be seen through eyes of plenty, trying to fill people with knowledge. When alive, her poems, they came not to know them. The legend died, and many come to find her poems and verses will enlighten many minds.
Yesenia, thank you so much for closing the night with your display of complete command over both languages. It's amazing to see.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna close you out.
Okay, bye.
All right, congratulations on the scholarship.
Oh, thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, students, guests, fellow educators, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was truly a pleasure being able to listen to our students. They're amazing. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I'm speechless. So take care. Have a great summer. Nos vemos. Adios. I'll see you guys soon. I love you all. Good night. I'm gonna close it. Okay. Go to the blog. Bye everybody.